Buenos días con todos. Como les anuncié anteriormente, estamos ahora con Markus Heinsdorff. Él es alemán, vive en Múnich ahora y ha tenido diferentes presentaciones. Es artista de profesión, viene de una familia de arquitectos y ha tenido presentaciones en China, Taiwán, India, Tailandia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Estados Unidos, Ecuador, Brasil, Perú. Lo tuvimos por Lima hace unos años en un congreso que hicimos acerca de bambú. En esta entrevista vamos a hablar en inglés, así que es una buena oportunidad para ustedes también que lo practiquen y espero que en los subtítulos de abajo también les pueda ser de ayuda. Welcome, Markus.
Lorena. Welcome, Lorena. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your time. We are here with the students of architecture, and they know a little bit of your work because we've been talking about bamboo, and I've been telling them about your work and that you come from a family with architects, and then you are doing different exhibitions in different countries. So first of all, I will like you to explain to the students, please, how come did you start working with bamboo? How did you know this material?
I very early, around 30 years ago, I my interest about the idea, can we do constructions, art, installations by natural material. And very early, I start with the idea of sculptures made by bamboo. And my first project was in Indonesia, in Bali, where I construct a 30-meter long airship only made by bamboo columns, and it looks fantastic. And so this was the concept for me. Yeah, can we do more with bamboo? Can we do especially also in South America, in Asia, countries where the bamboo grows naturally, and we don't have bamboo here in Europe. We have, but very thin columns. So for the Western countries, it's also interesting to import the bamboo and build structures instead from wood by bamboo, or mix it. And my latest project now is in Venezuela with indigenous, and it's still a win-win situation, learning from other cultures with the way traditional building, and try to find a modern form, find a translation to make it in high tech or in a simple way, but it works well like modern construction, like steel, glass, concrete, and so on. So this is in my mind. Yeah, work with bamboo as a high-tech natural material, and work it with modern forms that also people accept the material all over the world. So this is my doing.
Yeah. So you combine in a very beautiful way a plant like bamboo with modern materials like steel or glass or these different materials that you already named. So that's what I saw in 2011, I think, or 2010 in Shanghai, in the Expo Shanhai. And you had a couple of pavilions there. The one that you're showing today, it's the one that has lots of bamboo poles with steel joints, right?
Yeah, here this is my biggest building with around 300 square meter, 2 flooring, and we know that Shanghai is also a hurricane area, so we do have to do it in a very strong way, very stable, and I still work with fantastic civil engineers to find the construction system that is stable, good looking, 2 flooring, get the permit. We have a very, very strict permit for new buildings on the Expo area. So we made the German construction permit and the Chinese in this way. I think everything was done very, in a very strong and good, safe way for fire protecting. If anything happens, or that people can find the doors very quick, and so on. So everything was going fast and smooth, and what you see is the result of this design.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that caught my attention was that you work in this like industrialized way and had the poles done previously. Can you show us, please, some pictures of your work?
I make the full screen. Is it fine for you? Yeah.
Thank you.
And see now. Wait a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check if it works. Yeah. Okay, it works. No, once more. And yeah, here. And here you see the joint system by steel. You see the roof by membrane, also the facades. And this is a combination from a membrane structure and bamboo columns and bamboo laminated material. So all what you see with natural material is bamboo, and the protection for the weather is membrane structures, and it's ATFE. It's a very long life transparency or white material that we use for the facades. This is a view in the inner space. This is the second floor. This is the conference space, and you see all the structures inside by bamboo columns and bamboo laminated. And here you see bamboo flooring, as well bamboo furnitures. The furniture is also one idea of mine to make in a simple way interesting structures. Here you see the cut to the building with the steps on the upper floor. And here is the start with the column. So we start first with the outer structure system. And you see between the columns the laminated material. So here that is one of the facade elements with laminated bamboo. So it's meaning gluing bamboo sticks together, hundreds or thousands of them. And the idea from this is instead wood, or instead of natural bamboo column, we use the laminated bamboo material. Very, very interesting material. Then you can environmental friendly glue using, you don't need a lot of chemical for protecting for the weather. So the idea to combine natural material and laminated material is also here. And underneath construction, you see beams, very fat beams with thousands of bamboo sticks gluing together. And with the modern way of producing this with wood machines, they're pressing the bamboo sticks together. So that is very simple to do it. And I think this, in this way, we are one of the first to starting to mix this natural material and the bamboo columns. This is here the first floor, and here you see the production of the columns. We go to a huge space with the 8 meter 50 long natural bamboo columns, and we start to fill the last, let's say, 40 to 50 centimeter with a kind of special concrete. Yeah, you can see here the filling by concrete and the steel knot systems. So very simple. We have an extreme strong concrete with a high low tension For this, we work together with a university here in Germany and Darmstadt, and also with the Shanghai University to find a new way for bring in of the bamboo columns. Yeah, you can say 3 tons tension load for each beam. This is the high-tech knot, but it's very simple. So it's only a knot system where you connect a lot of bamboo columns. So this is the drawing of the steel construction for the knot. So it's just a simple welding system. And don't forget all the traditional buildings. If the bamboo columns are connected, mostly the is working with concrete in the end of the beams. So this is a kind of traditional way to fix bamboo columns together. Mostly you cannot see it. It's on the roof structures and in the beams. But for me, it's quite interesting to show the traditional system, to show the translation in today in the modern construction system. But in the end, it's a learning from tradition and translation in a new way of architecture. And you need screws, you need steel, you need a little bit welding, and good bamboo columns. In this way, we have king bamboo from the south of China. We find this kind of tubes about, we say, you can say on the top we have around 13 centimeters diameter, and on the bottom we have around 20 to 23 centimeters to use 8-meter long, 8-meter 50 long beams. Here is the top construction for the membrane structure that is done by steel. Very interesting, very thin steel. So the whole structure is very, thin and mostly lightweight as possible. So this is a connection point knot on the bottom, on the earth. And this is a extremely flexible knot. So natural material works in the winter or in the summertime, or in the monsoon, in the wet or in the hot time of in the year. And here you can extend with the screws the length of the tube. So that is quite interesting. Also, the way how I fix the columns with the clamps, the stainless steel clamps, very simple. And let's say it's low cost. It looks high tech, but in the end, all this is simple engineering systems, simple screw systems, and you can buy all the material in shops for cars, for trucks. So to give the right answer to your question, in the end, it looks like industrial production or industrial way, but it's a handicraft way with done with a small company for welding and a membrane company. And yeah, if you go to the inner side, you see we have steel steps for the fire protection, but you see the kind of the combination from the laminated at the windows. Then you see here also shadow protection, with textile membranes in the inner layer on the outer membrane. And in the end, so everything is very stable from the victory form, the A or victory form. Also here, very traditional in the construction to use this kind of triangle stabilization system for make smaller, or in this case, huger construction to make them stable and make them wind or storm protected, and also for the fire protection we have a lot of doors in the building, so every it needs only 1 minute to find a way to go out if anything happens. In this case, 1 million from people visit the building, and you see also here on the top we have a fire protecting, also with sprinkler, with water system. If there are fire, so the water system will be start to damage the fire. And on the second floor we have also sanitary space. We have tea kitchen, and we have game area in the first floor, and in the second floor we have this conference space, and we have no storage, so everything is flexible and is how you say is done in a way that we can change the conference to a cinema. We can go for a cinema to lecture and so on. So the flexibility and also the mobility is important. And we damaged the building after the expo in 2014 and transport the building to another city nearby in Hangzhou, nearby the center for a museum, for a new museum in a museum area, and then the building will erect new in the same way, but with a new with a new function. Before we have this exhibition and conferences, and then was only the museum part. And for me, is this building a very good way to show what we can do with bamboo, how strong is bamboo, how good looking is this material from the surface and from the possibilities to construct a new modern design. And I love to learn from the tradition, and so this is why I'm very interested to go also to the rainforest and do new designs together with people or with villagers who are very traditional with bamboo. Yeah, Lorena, this is my concept about the Expo Pavilion.
Thank you, Markus. One of the things that I like the most about your work is that what you just explained, that you go to tradition and then you come to nowadays, these contemporary times, and then you combine tradition with this kind of materials and the ways to do things. For example, when you said this vector kind of structure, like an A, it reminded me the Incas, they built with a system called par y nudillo, and it's the same thing. So it's like an A. And when you interpretate those traditional kinds of ways to construct or build or design, and then you bring it in now with the resources that we have now, and we can do these beautiful buildings. I think one of my favorite buildings, I think, is this pavilion. That's why I asked you please to talk about that. Yeah.
No, thank you, Lorena. Yeah, and I like the inspiration about that you tell from the Incas. I never heard before, so I will make a research about the Inca. How was the construction systems? But I find out in many traditional cultures there are this A or a victory form is a way to construct since 2,000 to 3,000 years. So we still can learning from the past, and if we do it careful, and also today, the need of do it low cost, to do things simple. It looks luxury and so on. It is maybe luxury, but still the construction is very simple, and we can do a lot of architecture designs in the future with natural material, and we already start in many countries to make skyscrapers by wood, so why not by bamboo?
Right, right. And also the design of each joint that you have here, for example, I think they are like they also look nice, but they are very smart because you can adapt the height or the inclination of the pole as you need it for each piece. So I think that in a bamboo construction, to have a very careful design in the joints, it's like the key thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
The joint system is the most important to find permanently. I still have two systems to make it extremely lightweight without concrete, and the traditional way. Also, this is traditional, but I make it with steel, so I can bring more load inside. When I connect tubes by steel. Welding systems can be very simple, very thin steel, but it's very strong. Or the other system, steel and concrete, and the other system, you bend it directly together. Also here, I made a construction system. Maybe we have another lecture. We can talk about the idea how we can do it extremely lightweight. And we can do modern knots also in another way. Today we're talking about heavy, strong knot system. Next time maybe we can talk about lightweight system, extremely lightweight, and also here very low cost.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take your word for that. We will have then more interviews like that.
Thank you, Lorena, and
thank you, Markus.
And also greetings to your students, and I hope from the students come a lot of bamboo works in the future. I'm very interested for this.
Thank you once more for your time.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you. Bye.